See how much space I've got on my camera. This one's got my memory card in it, so this one shouldn't fail, hopefully. I don't see much. What's my memory? I know, I've got plenty on there. Right, hey guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Daily News with me, Anthony Kenneth Bishop, and just my opinions on the recent events that occur in our society or other countries, towns. It don't matter where you're from, where you are, or what you do, or how you do it, or how you live, or what you do and how you live and all that. So pretty much a lot of that. Right, so let me get my trusty Samsung tablet out. Tablet full. Otherwise won't be able to do my sort of reports on there. Actually, let me clean that bloody screen a little bit. Let's get some bloody something for the screen. Right, okay. So what I'm doing here is a video basically just to do all the news, sort of my current affairs. I do it with the little sort of speech marks. Now I like to always start either with gaming news or sport news. So I'm going to start with the football results earlier. Now, I don't know if you guys or girls have watched the Germany versus France. Germany are totally out of the game. They played good and all that, but they didn't play up to standards. There's quite a lot, not a lot of mistakes, just a few mistakes they made. They tried to do a comeback and they brought on another player, a young lad or something. I'm not really sure what their names are or anything, but because I watch football and I watch it all when I play video games on FIFA and all that. But yeah, when it comes to names, I'm very forgetful with the names. Okay, so basically, yeah, Germany are knocked out of the second semi-finals between Germany and France. France goes through to the finals and they're taking on Portugal now. So I was hoping for Germany to win because you had that is it Goaties or Goats? Gozi or something, how you pronounce it. And I like, the thing is, I have trouble saying certain names for the German names. Anyway, there's one German footballer I liked. I think his name is Van Steiger. And he, to me, for Germany, would have been the absolute best. I mean, I think he was in the game actually. Only because I watched the last 20 minutes of it because I was watching bloody Emmerdale. But what I saw of the last 20 minutes, that Germany were trying to make a comeback. They actually had a couple of shots on there, but I like where the French person, that French guy, the goalkeeper one, saved it. He just saved that, and if that didn't go in at the time, I'll tell you that ball would have went straight in, and there would have been no messing. It was quite. By the looks of the last 20 minutes, it was quite a tough game because I thought they were going to get it in the last 20 minutes, like 2 goals, and I go into the 90 minutes. of the game. And, well, at the two now, so we've got France and Portugal. One of my friends was saying that Portugal won't win. He reckons that France will. But seeming this is on the French grounds, I have to give it to their hometown or their home country. I think France might win, actually. I think France is going to win. I don't think they've lost. They haven't lost one flipping game. I don't think they've lost one game. And they've just been superb right through. They've just kept their core. They've just gone through, smashed everything through, and yeah, they've just done it with flying colours. They don't give a shit about the pressure. The pressure hasn't even got to them, really. They haven't even sweated. You ain't even seen any sweat come off them, which is fantastic. And for them to take Germany on and beat Germany, Germany's one of those hardest teams. Even England have got beaten quite a lot by Germany. And to be honest, I respect Germany as a football team, as a country, a whole, and that. But yeah, for that sort of game, it's got to be intense for both teams anyway. They both got to sweat it both out on both sides. And yeah, so yeah, anyway, next topic. Gaming news. Let's have a look what we got on the news. This one for this episode is for the 6th, so that would have been yesterday because it's the 6th yesterday. So I want to try and at least keep it into thing, but I'm doing it now. It's the 7th now. Apparently, Spiderman PS4 exclusive Insomniac Games talks release date. Apparently, Spider-Man, there's going to be a new Spider-Man game coming out by Insomniac Games, and there talks for a release date. Apparently, Spider-Man developer Insomniac Games has a disappointing message for the PS4 owners. Don't tell me it's coming to Xbox One. Spider-Man developer Insomniac Games has revealed new information about the game's release. The game had been listed for a December the 26th, 2017 release by US retailer GameStop. Unfortunately, however, this appears to be a placeholder, and fans will have to wait longer to find out more. Okay, so they're basically putting it back even more. It's supposed to come out next year, and basically they're not telling anybody about it. Responding to a fan on Twitter, a spokesperson for the studio said the PS4 exclusive is unlikely to be given an official release date anytime soon. So yeah, hopefully we'll look out for that. But a new Spider-Man, to be honest, I've played The Amazing Spider-Man, the first game that came out, and I was going to buy number 2, but I didn't like the first one, to be honest. The first one just looked cheesy as hell. Alright, so let's go to the next topic. Okay, so what's the next one? We'll do another gaming one, because I've got quite a few gamers out there like these sort of news ones. Right, because there's one topic I want to keep, but I want to keep to near the end. It's a really important one. Alright, right, what should we do? Right, let's do a political one. Ooh, okay. Chilcot report. Labour MP Ian Austin accused of being unpleasant bully after heckling Jeremy Corbyn in Parliament. Labour leader called the Iraq War an act of military aggression launched on a false pretext. Okay, a Labour MP who told Jeremy Corbyn to sit down and shut up as he spoke about the Iraq War in the House of Commons has been accused of thuggish behaviour. I mean, okay, if you're going to go around in the Houses of Parliament and actually piss people off, then that would be a way to get fucking kicked out of the Parliament. I mean, there needs to be order, definitely order and all that in there. To be honest, any kind of bullying or threatening or something, it should be illegal to go around bully someone, either online or, I don't know, in public and all that. To be honest, bullying is a crime, really. It should be a crime. Mr. Corbyn called the war an act of military aggression launched on a false pretext and said in subsequent colonial style occupation led to the rise of ISIS. Okay, so... But Mr. Austin told Mr. Corbyn to shut up and shouted, "You're a disgrace," into the Speaker. John Bercow intervened. Gavin Newlands, the Scottish Nationalist MP for Paisley and Renfrewshire, tweeted it was a typical pathetic and thuggish heckle during what he called Corbyn's fantastic dissection or Blair's lies and deceit. Okay, he probably did lie to us, but then again, and there probably was a lot of shit going on. But what they should know as well, what people should understand is there should be a right way of doing it to actually deal with Blair, maybe put him to prison and all that kind of shit. I mean, I'd like to see him go into prison because he was the one that started the war in the first place. And no one should fucking, like... I mean, a lot of people want him to go to prison. And you know why? Because he's technically a terrorist. Yeah, he's technically a terrorist. Mr. Austin actually voted against the inquiry the first time. 8 times the subject came before the Commons, but eventually voted in favour of the Chilcot inquiry set up by then the Prime Minister Gordon Brown in June 2009. Along with the majority of Labour MPs, according to They Work For You, he was not an MP in 2003. Okay, so if he wasn't an MP in 2003, then why is this talk all about it in 2003 in the first place? He later asked his Twitter followers to stop sending abuse, Mr. Austin, saying his calling out Ian Austin's unpleasant behaviour isn't an excuse for people to be abusive to him. Other Twitter users accuse Mr. Austin of being rude. Okay, so, I mean, yeah, okay, he probably is rude, but I find, to be honest, it's like political shit, it goes on a lot of rows, arguing and that, who's right, who's wrong, who's not, who's getting stabbed in the back, yeah, so, I mean, yeah, those kind of shit things happen, I'm afraid, but today I resigned from Labour, he goes, Mr. Shelby. Today I resigned from Labour in disgust, having been a member for 26 years. Ian Austin MP was the first straw in the PLP, which stinks. Well, to be honest, people want to leave for certain reasons, just let them do it. But as long as our people don't get dragged in and say it's our people's faults doing this, doing that, and accusing people and starting trouble and all that, I just leave these people to it. They want to quit, that's fine. Let them carry on with their lives like nothing else. But bullying should have a stop on it. You should not start bullying people either online or out in public. It should be made a crime, to be honest. I used to be bullied at school, and I didn't like it. No one likes being bullied. But I find, to be honest, even when you did go and tell the teachers probably thought you were lying, because it's a fact. Like, kids, they say, oh, kids lying and all that. But the thing is, there's the thing, the majority of people thinks that, but there's a majority that don't. So it's not all kids actually lie, unless they've got something they don't want you knowing, but then they start lying. Right, so let's go to number 3. Actually, third and final one. We'll do it on when the next one. Alright, okay, so this one's in America, and this is quite a tragic death, well, a tragic story, and this actually kind of pissed me off, how white people can be so disrespectful in a way that you disrespect someone, right, and you're basically asking to get fucking punched, or you're asking to get a beating or whatever, or asked to go to prison on it. You're asking to go to prison, and you should, to be honest, racism, people who's racist should be punished. It's a fact. Racism, it gets everywhere, and it really pisses me off when people just take the piss out of people because they're black or white or yellow or orange or purple or blue. It don't matter what colour you are or where you're from or what your minority is, or what sort of descendant you're from, what race or anything. I'm not racist myself. I find that, to be honest, I love everybody. Anyway, it don't matter. It don't matter if you're gay, if you're not, if you're straight, if you're bi or whatever. I love everybody as equals, and there should be a sort of boundaries that people cross. Once you cross those boundaries, there's no way of coming back. Like, if you're racist, if you're discriminating against people who are gay and stuff, and they just want a bit of friendship or a bit of love by some other people, then just let them have their lives like that. To be honest, I mean, if you think about it, going back all the time, I mean, it's like the people who's disabled as well. Like, I find that we get unjustified. We get fingers pointed at the disabled people because they've got a disability and they can't help it. And it's to the point where, okay, well, this guy's got a disability, or this bloke's got an illness, this bloke's brain damage or something. They use some fucking disgusting words. I wouldn't like to go into this topic. Maybe it's another topic for some other time. But I want to just talk about the guy, I think his name's Philando Castile, or Castile. I think it's Castile. The death, aftermath of a police shooting, streamed live. Okay, so this woman, who's the girlfriend, basically streamed it online to her Facebook, I believe it was. A black man has been shot dead by police in the U.S. state of Minnesota, as protests continued over the police killing of a black man in Louisiana. So basically, it's not just one then. It's probably a couple. It's been a couple. It's always happening in America. Let me read this other bit. Philando Castile's girlfriend live streamed the St. Paul incident's aftermath, showing him covered in blood as an officer pointed his gun at him. He was shot as he reached for his driving license. She said it follows the death of the Alton Sterling, who was shot dead by the police during an incident in Baton Rouge, or Rogue, I think that's, is it Rouge? Yeah, Rouge or Rogue, on Tuesday. Hundreds of people have protested for 2 nights over Mr. Sterling's killing. The deaths follow a long line of high-profile incidents involving African Americans dying at the hands of the police, igniting a national debate about the use of lethal force. I think, to be honest, I think they shouldn't be using lethal force. I think they shouldn't even be using weapons, guns, nothing like that, or knives. I think they should be taught how to take down someone without actually killing them or injuring them. Just do like self-defense. Okay, if they got a gun, they should have the guns taken off them. I don't think no public person or civilian person who's walking out on the pedestrians, none of the pedestrian people who are walking out got normal lives, go to work, earns their money. They should not be having guns in America, because normal people do not have guns. You know who has guns? The US Army. They have guns. Or if it was the same situation, it was a sort of similar situation in the UK, which actually did happen. I think it was back in 2011 when the police actually, I think, killed a black guy in the UK, and there was a fucking riot about it. A fucking riot. And I think that was at the time when there was like people going around smashing windows, taking shit out the windows, nicking stuff, and they had all this big riots, and that was back, I think that was 2011, because I watched it on TV about that, and I'll tell you what, that was probably the worst night of watching TV. People just doing it for the despite of it, to actually nick stuff, when they should be doing protests on the actual person, on the victim, who actually got killed by the police. But, like I say, you can't keep control of everybody in a protest. Anyway, President Barack Obama said all the Americans should be deeply troubled by the 2 fatal shootings. He said it was clear that they were not isolated incidents, but symptomatic of the broader challenges within our criminal justice. Black US tennis player Serena Williams, who is playing at the Wimbledon tournament, also expressed her dismay at the news of Mr. Castille's death, tweeting, "In London, I had to wake up to this. He was black, shot 4 times. When will something be done? No, really be done." Yeah, that's the thing. I think, to be honest, the police force, I think they need some actual good, decent people in there. There is good, decent police out there, but I do find that a majority of them are actually racist, and all have mental issues with their brain, like depression or something, maybe to make them go psychotic and all that. And actually, because they said this bloke, actually the policeman, was actually like, he was shaking. I saw him on the screen, saw him like he was really nervous. Now, should there be police who are nervous out on the actual bloody on the road to actually arrest people like this? And actually, the bloke who got shot as well, the black dude who got shot, right? It really annoys me to fact, right? This guy has never been in trouble. He's never been arrested. He's never had a criminal record. And the actual gun he had a permit for it. And it really pisses me off to think the policeman fucking shot him while his girlfriend was recording it live, broadcasting, not recording it, just broadcasting it. I mean, I'll tell you what, the police force, they're so fucked up right now in America. I hope, right, the American police, they actually, I hope they apologise to the people. But then again, apologising to the families or to the girlfriend ain't going to bring that guy back. And I think, to be honest, in a way, doing something like this, something needs to be done. Something's not right in their head, in the policeman's head. And I think, I was saying to my mum earlier, right, I think police in the police force should have a medical exam every month or every so often to check up here. If they're not capable up here, then they shouldn't be outside, and they should not be fucking going around pulling their gun out on people and shooting people. Thing is, right, there's this old saying, guns do not kill people. People like the police force or like anyone else with a gun kills people. You put a gun in someone's hand, they're going to pull it, they're going to pull the fucking trigger, and when they do, something bad's going to happen. Anyway, guys and girls, cheers for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. This is July the 6th episode, so please tune in tomorrow if I can make another one and have a look on some of the things. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, give me a big thumbs up, and cheers all for watching.